Okay, yeah, I'm using Bandicam. The meowing was testing, by the way, if you're just joining us. And it recorded a whole video with me and my friend Tone, and it didn't capture the audio. So there's something wrong with Bandicam. I don't know why.
Is it a program or is it?
Yeah, it's a software program, and the interface on it sucks. So, but anyway, what can you do? Um, um, Oh yeah, so you live in the U.S. and what would somebody from Norway want to know about your life here in the U.S.?
My life in the US. It's less green. um,
Yeah, you've never like killed a cow or pig or anything like that.
no, no,
They they,
never.
they do that in Norway. They kill their own pigs and cows because
I
we.
put my hand in a cow's stomach. Well, one of the stomachs, and because I went to this really Champaign, Illinois college, and there's this cow named Brooke, and she has to have like constant surgeries. So it's just like it's a hole, and they just plug it, and it leads to her stomach. And if you
I'm
put your
gonna
hand in,
cry. I'm gonna cry. All right. What? What? It's just,
you can like just pull out the grass that she ate.
what are you talking about?
That's like the closest I've been to like the internals of an animal. You said a cow. You asked me did I kill cows? I said no. But that was like the closest I've come to like the internals of a living kind of sort of breathing. No,
Is it a fake cow?
it's a real cow. She was eating.
Um, I just don't know where to go from here.
There was
So
also a dog doing like he had like really bad arthritis. So they had him like in a pool, like a small pool, but it had a treadmill at the bottom and he was like working out for his arthritis.
uh-huh. Well, that okay. The dog with the arthritis, that makes sense. I saw a video on YouTube of a guy that his dog had a birth defect with the spine, and they did surgery on it to try to fix it, but the surgery didn't work, and which when you have a surgery on your spine, it's always risky. And the dog was paralyzed from the waist down. So his front paws worked fine, but the back paws didn't. And so the guy, the owner, he made the dog a
Flotation device?
yeah, kind of like
Wheelchair?
um a harness for his back end. And so he goes on a walk. He carries the back end of the dog, and the dog just decides where to go with the front. And then he has in his garage, he has like a string set up with a railing, and so the dog can run back and forth when his back end is suspended in the air, and they play
Oh,
catch and stuff. Yeah, so that's really cool. I mean, yeah, physical rehab for dogs. So let's get back to the part where you have your hand in the cow's stomach. Um,
well, I didn't want to put my hand in the cow's stomach because I thought it was disrespectful. Because technically, the cow spends energy chewing up that food and swallowing it. Then it goes all the way down to your stomach. And then if you don't break that food down, you use energy to eat the food, but then you don't get the energy from the food. And people just kept taking grass out the cow's stomach. And I was like, I would be pretty mad if I chewed and swallowed and halfway digested something and then somebody removed it. So I did not remove anything from the cow. I just pet the cow. But
you petted him inside his stomach.
on the outside, I kind of put my hand in there and just felt around a little bit, but I
Uh,
didn't take anything out. Like
okay,
people were
okay,
taking stuff out.
okay.
I didn't take anything out.
Well, I like your philosophy. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, why does the cow have to have the I'm just curious. Like, I mean, I don't mean to intrude on the cow's privacy,
I
but
mean, well, cows, I think they have three stomachs. Is that right?
they've got multiple. I don't know. Yeah,
I think it's three.
sounds right.
And like one of her stomachs has issues, and like it's just too troublesome to keep cutting her open to perform the surgery on that stomach. So they just it's literally like a stopper in a tub, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, it's a port that's yeah, it's and they have to probably keep it disinfected and stuff. It sounds well, hmm. It's nice of them to but it's part of the it's a veterinary school, I take it.
Yeah, yeah, they're really big on like the veterinarian stuff. Like they have like whole skeletons of dogs. They have places where they breed horses and all types of stuff. Chickens.
At the University of Illinois Champaign?
I believe so. I
Yeah.
believe
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, that's just okay. Yeah. All right. Uh yeah, I haven't ever done anything. I'm real queasy about the whole idea of surgery. Although after I watched the Tom Green cancer special, I got less queasy. I it helped me to be more comfortable with the idea of intestines and stuff.
so. And how is that?
Because he actually showed his surgery on camera. They didn't let his camera crew into the surgery, but the doctors they had his camera crew following him around up until the surgery, and then the doctors had their own camera that they video the surgery just in case anything goes wrong or just for learning purposes or documentation or whatever. They've got the video, and so they gave the video to Tom, and he put it on his TV show, and it's you see the intestines, and previously whenever I've seen that kind of stuff, it just kind of makes me feel real uncomfortable. But because it was Tom, I felt more comfortable with it, and I was like, it's just intestines, and it's not really a big deal. It also helps that I helped my friend Matt. I helped him gut a deer a couple of years ago, and you know we had the sawzall and you know we had to make him fit into the plastic bags, the baggies, for the freezer. The vacuum baggies, you suck the air out with the vacuum machine, and it makes it last better or something. And the deer didn't, you know, you can't just put the whole deer in the plastic baggie. You gotta cut him up. And then we had a meat grinder, and it was. I'll have to see if I have any video of that, if I can dig that up. I'll have to share that at some point. That was really cool.
Oh my god. The
Yeah.
closest I've come to like dead deers. There was one like we were having a family picnic and it was kind of out in like the wilderness though, but they like had like a like a family section where you could eat and stuff, picnic area. But like over near like outside the forest, just a little bit outside the forest, was like a dead like I don't know if it was a deer, but it was like in their family and like it was like decomposing, so little ribs were showing and ugh, the bugs were at it. It was like ugh. But
Yeah, yeah,
it wasn't that bad.
yeah. Ah, so, huh. They must have had to look quite a while to find a cow that was that needed that particular type of surgery. I guess, you know, they probably put an ad on Craigslist.
You're so funny.
Well, you can find anything on Craigslist. Yeah.
Tell me about it. But yeah, I wanted some chickens and a cow. But yeah, and one of my teachers, my Spanish 4 teacher, she kind of sort of grew up on a farm. Like her uncle had a farm, and they would go out there, and so she always tells us stories about it. But like, yeah, they used to milk the cows, and they used to go with like the rubber boots
Oh,
all the way up to their thigh, and in a bikini. And they used to milk the cow because it would be so hot in there.
hang on, give me go. Let's try to keep it family.
What? It's really hot. Could you imagine? It's like being in like a tin can.
No, my
It's
fun.
like
I want my show to be family friendly, and you're talking about like lactation and stuff, and I don't know if that's even allowed on YouTube, really. It's an American company, and America is very conservative, you know.
oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure people talk about breastfeeding.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
though it's very controversial. But you are allowed to breastfeed in almost every state in public except for like one or two or three.
Hmm.
Yeah. So don't let people take away your rights. It's okay to
Well,
breastfeed.
I'm free to breastfeed in except for a couple states.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder how they have the laws written. They might have it restricted to just women.
I mean,
They should. They hopefully they would have written it gender neutral. But you know how people are.
I mean,
Um,
if milk can come out, then I guess like you should be able to breastfeed.
I have a theory that in the future, that
Guys will carry the children.
well, that's way out there. But the first thing that'll happen is maybe the guys can do some of the breastfeeding because I mean, we've got the equipment. It needs to be activated with hormones and with I think they could have nanobots that you get an injection of nanobots and
That's so funny.
that would change just specific cells so that you could lactate. And here's where it gets interesting. Not just milk. Okay. Why stop there? What about what about yogurt? You could have yogurt. You could program the nanobots so you could have like any one of 32 different flavors of artificially flavored yogurt. Babies love yogurt. It makes their stools more consistent. So when you're cleaning out their diapers,
Actually, babies don't poop until they start eating solid food. But okay, go ahead.
well, yeah, well, you know, you breastfeed for quite a while. They don't poop when you're breastfeeding?
No, they only pee.
Really? What?
Yeah.
But you can
All the
breast.
time. When they're first born, all the time.
They pee.
Yeah.
But you could breastfeed for like what? Like 3 years, right? Or something? 4 or 5 years? What's the cutoff?
Your child is going to have problems.
Well, yeah, everybody has problems. But
You don't want them to have those type of problems. No, you should stop breastfeeding probably like by the time they're like one.
uh-huh. So, but
Maybe
for like
before.
you could go a whole year with no poop?
Well, I
Like
mean,
maybe a little bit every now and then, but I mean that's the main
yeah,
thing that's
because what you're doing, you're putting in liquid, so liquid comes out.
okay. Well, that's a good
I mean, where would the poop come from? The poop
yeah,
is just
yeah.
like what's
Yeah.
not being used.
Well, I mean, like those baby foods, like applesauce and stuff. You know, they come in the little baby food bottles. That's it's mush, but it's solid, mushed up. You know, so there's
Yeah,
gonna be solid coming out of that. You know, it's not just liquid. I mean, it's not like
no, they don't. They just don't poop till later.
hmm,
Like the more like kind of sort of solid foods you start giving them, like the more like pooping they do.
yeah. I assume you've been around babies more than I have, because
I
um,
well, yeah, yeah.
with the restraining order, I'm not even supposed to be around them. But uh, the that's a joke. Uh, thank you. I was looking for that reaction. Yeah. Uh, the yeah, I don't know a whole hell of a lot, but I do know that being able to lactate yogurt would be awesome.
I think it would be somewhat more dangerous than lactating milk because if you got a buildup or a clot, that would be terrible.
Oh yeah, there's any new technology is always going to have little glitches.
And it would also probably be more painful because I don't know if you don't know what it's like to breastfeed, but pretty much you have these gums at your nipple and like liquid passes through a little bit more easier than yogurt. With yogurt, they would be working your nipple even harder.
Oh, huh. To be honest, I hadn't thought it out all the way. It's good that we can have this brainstorming session, though. These are issues that tomorrow's society is going to have to work out. The scientists of tomorrow. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once they start like getting their teeth, it gets worse. And that's why you don't breastfeed for that long.
Now, I
So
mean, aren't babies smart enough to know that like they shouldn't bite down on like mommy's nipples? I mean, they don't figure that out. Like some babies, like I've got cats, right? Cats are like babies. And I had one cat, if he started to get freaked out, he would just start like clawing and, he'd rip you up. But my other cat was always conscious of the fact that his claws were sharp. And so he'd be biting and clawing, but he'd take it easy on you, you know. But he was a very smart cat. So there's got to be very smart babies, is what I'm saying.
you're so funny. No, I've actually seen cats breastfeeding, and I used to hold my cat's hand.
Is that legal? Oh, you're breastfeeding on another cat. Okay, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
And her like she would retract her claws in and out, and I used to hold her paw. Yeah.
Well, that's what they do. This is all about. Yeah, that's the kneading. It's for kneading boobs.
No, the cat that was being breastfed on. It's a painful experience, no
Oh,
matter. I
well,
mean, yeah.
damn, nature is fucked up.
I mean, but some people they don't breastfeed anymore because it's too painful. But like most people can bear it.
Huh? Because my sister, when she had her kid, I don't know how long she breastfed for, but it was pretty short. She was like, "Screw this, I'm going to to
Or
the uh, the formula because of the convenience factor of not having to keep track of storing your own breast milk in the fridge and all that stuff." Yeah.
But I think everybody should drink breast milk. But I'm just a cheapskate speaking. I'm just like, if you're already lactating, like, why would you let your milk go bad? Like, seriously.
Just drink it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some religions that would have a problem with that, but then other religions would probably require that, right? Because there's some religions that are like, you shouldn't let any of your body go away. Like if you bleed, you gotta drink your own blood. You know. Yeah, I think that's like I don't wanna offend anybody, but that might be like I don't know if that's Jehovah's Witnesses or Muslims or something. What? Am I not allowed to say that? Oh, sorry. Well, it's I'm not gonna run for political office, so I mean,
Oh, you're so funny. Never after this gets out. Oh, but yeah, I think that we should all drink breast milk. I was just like, as long as it's there, why not use it?
yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm sure there's got to be like a website for that, like breast milk sharing. They got like the car sharing websites.
Oh, I did hear that there was this ice cream, called Gaga, which I think Lady Gaga tried to later on sue them. But anyway, it's called Gaga, and all their ice cream is made out of breast milk.
Wow, wow, that's
A business.
hell yeah, hell yeah. I mean, every milk is breast milk when it comes down to it. I mean, cow
True.
breasts, human breasts. What's the difference, really? It's just psychologically we've been conditioned. We've sexualized the breast, and yeah. But really, when it comes down to it, a human breast milk should be a lot healthier than cow breast milk. Well, then again, it depends on what medications you're on.
I would hope that like the people would be like all natural beings.
Well, that's the thing. When you're lactating, when you're breastfeeding a baby, they don't allow you to like take a whole lot of like, there's a lot of you're restricted on a lot of medications. Whereas cows, they don't have the same restrictions.
I guess that's true.
And yet, gee, I never thought of it that way, but okay, people are eating, they're drinking the cow milk, right?
Mhm.
It's the same as if a baby was drinking mama's milk whatever you give to the cow, the people are gonna get. And children, they're like kids need to drink lots of milk, but then they put all these toxic antibiotics and growth hormones in the cow milk. The world's a fucked up place.
That's the conclusion to this?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we knew that already, but yeah.
Okay, so are we going to do a movement for breast milk? Look, that would create jobs. And do you know something? Like, a lot of, like, the cattle that we use take up so much space that it's, like, you know, making the earth barren in some places. So that could be our way to... I'm an environmentalist, so that could be our way to fight back. We'll just have, like, women supplying the world with this milk.
I mean, yeah, we got women anyway.
Yep.
They might as, and they got boobs. They might as well, you know, put them to use. You know, they could be part of the dairy industry.
Jobs, solving so many problems here.
Yeah.
World right.
Yeah, getting paid to have boobs and make breast milk. It seems a little discriminatory because unless they can get it to where men can produce breast milk too, then men are going to be locked out of this whole industry, really. You know what's going to happen? There'll be some white male who's going to be the CEO of the company. Wouldn't that be freaking ironic? That's what would happen. Yeah. And then the vice president will be a woman.
You're so funny. Okay.
That's how corporate America rolls. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. You know. Yeah. We're not going to go in that direction right now. About the FDA's regulation of bodily fluids. We're just not going to go there right now. That'll be for another video. Well, okay. we'll try that out on another video. But the FDA, they have some pretty. They're worried about what you do with your body. Oh yeah, the government. Marijuana, for example. Yeah. Now, obviously, you must be pro legalization of. No, you're just this creative naturally. Wow.
You are so funny. I always tell people I'm on that all natural Kimiko high. Like, this is all natural, you guys. I don't need any drugs. This is all me.
I need drugs. But not the illegal kind. Right now, my only drug is the that. Awesome stuff. I think I forgot to take some last night, though, now that I think about it.
Don't double up. Just let it go.
No, if I double up, it doesn't really... The worst that happens is it puts me to sleep, you know? But I do seem to have a good amount of energy today. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, I've got so much to do today. I might exercise for the first time in months.
Beach body!
Well, yeah, we're not quite there yet, but I need to ease into it. I still haven't ordered my heart rate monitor watch. I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do cardio. I want to do cardio because the heart is. Turns out you need that more than you need anything else. And I want to make sure I have a strong heart so I live a long time so I can piss the world off. I want to be a thorn in the ass of the world for as long as possible.
I actually don't want to live that long.
What? What do you mean?
I'm a very active person, and like as the older you get, the less you can do.
If you live to be 80 years old, that's not long. That's the blink of an eye in cosmic terms, you know.
True.
And even in human terms, like 80 years is like what happens in 80 years. I mean, we go like 80 years ago. Hang on, let me bring up the calculator here. All right.
It was 19.
I'm doing it right now.
We should be able to do this in our head. Stop. I refuse. I refuse. It was 1965.
35. Yeah, well, uh, I, it's not a question. Listen, if unless you're going to be like an engineer building bridges, you don't need to be able to do that in your head, okay? No, no, no. You can be no. There's all different kinds of brain power. There's creativity, right? So, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Hey, check this one out.
Focus. Focus.
What were we talking? Okay, so 1935. That was like they were inventing the Model T car. Okay. Now, 80 years later, what do we have? We still have cars.
That's fine.
And, well, most of us still have cars. And they get better fuel economy, but they cost an arm and a leg. The fuel economy. I mean, really, cars suck. I mean, they're safer now. They got the airbags, they got the seat belts, but that's what I'm saying. We still need to do more. So, I mean, if you were, yeah. So my point is, 80 years is not long. Why do you not want to live long?
My worst nightmare kind of is like losing the use of my legs. Like, I would gladly give up my arm before I gave up my leg. So, yeah.
Well, they got artificial legs. You've seen it, like the big spring thing.
I know.
You put it on with some Velcro.
I know. I just don't think it would be the same.
Well, I mean, if you ever you'd be what? The use of your legs?
Yeah, worst nightmare.
Well, I mean, there's people who are in wheelchairs, and a lot of them are pretty happy. I don't mean to generalize. I'm sure some of them are depressed and want to kill themselves, but I mean, a lot of them are pretty happy.
I mean, but just for me, like, I like biking, I like running, I like dancing. I mean, there's bikes that you can pedal with your hands.
Yeah. Yeah. If anything, it might be cool to not have legs. Because then like I had this experience once. I was sledding, right? And I started doing a barrel roll sideways, down the hill. And I was like, the centrifugal force was just amazing. It was like I was a top. I was my own human top going down the snow, hill. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. If I was like 250 pounds, I wouldn't be able to do this. But because I was only like 90 pounds, I was able to do it. Or what was I, 110 or something. So you take the legs off, now you got even less weight, and now you can do stuff that gymnastically you wouldn't be able to do before. You could do gymnastic tricks that you couldn't do. You'd be like, this is awesome. You could join the circus, you could be on the high wire or the trapeze, and yeah. If you could find somebody else who didn't have legs, you could get some Velcro straps to attach your stubs to their stubs, and like you could do this trick where like they act as your legs and you're on the top, and then you could flip, and now your arms are their legs. Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. You could have a lot of fun with it.
I don't think I could go from loathing a situation to being comical about it. I think it's definitely a mindset thing.
I think there was this guy without legs who went skydiving. I think if you go on YouTube, you can find the video of it.
I think I'm gonna go skydiving once, maybe. I'm actually afraid of heights.
Just don't get your legs cut off by the airplane propellers. That can happen.
If I could choke you, I would.
I'm sorry, did I say the wrong thing?
Not to crush your windpipe, but like on the side of your neck to put pressure there.
I actually had a supervisor do that to me at a job once. I am not making this up.
To crush your windpipe?
No,
Like,
no, just to apply pressure, just to get his frustration out.
what did you do?
I just laughed. I mean, it was funny. I mean, what can you do?
No, what did you do to make him choke you?
Oh, well, it was just me. I think it was my sense of humor. It's just he couldn't take it anymore.
You drove him to madness. Wow.
You know how I work on people like gradually over time and break them down.
Have you no shame?
I can't remember what specifically led up to it, but I can guess. It was. Yeah, it was a call center job, and he just came up behind me. I was sitting in my chair. I think he apologized, but said he couldn't help himself. Said he had to do that.
You made him have a other person experience. He was beside himself, Elliot. Oh my gosh.
No. So, but we got along. We got along well. We had a mutual sort of respect. So I understood that he respected me for being who I was, even though he couldn't help himself from choking me. Those were some fun times.
I didn't know you were into that, Elliot.
No, it was not sexual.
Is that what it takes to put our friendship on the next level? I just have to. Oh, Elliot.
Yeah, that shows you. There's a mutual understanding when one person can choke another person, and nobody's upset about it. Other than the fact that the person was upset enough to choke the person in the first place. Wow. Anyway. I probably better get going and get going with my exercise, otherwise the whole day is going to go. And, yeah, do my workout, brush my teeth, floss.
Yeah.
With my...
Are you going to conduct your experiment, or...?
I've been conducting it. I've been going for about a week and a half now.
So why would you ask opinions after you've done it?
Why? I'm just curious, like, how... At what point is too much, How long can you keep the same piece of dental floss? Well, what do you think? A month? I mean, I can take. I've got a container of dental floss. Normally, you'd go through that sucker in what, like 3 weeks or a month. I bet that can last me 5 years. By the time I go to buy replacement dental floss, they won't even carry the same brand anymore, the same style. Be like, I wanted the this flavor. Oh, they discontinued that 5 years ago. Sorry. God dang it. I should have bought 2 of them.
So funny. Actually, my shampoo has expired. Expired in 2008.
Oh, no.
I stopped using it for a really long time. I didn't really.
Why would they put an expiration date on shampoo? What the hell?
Because it's medicated, so it has like chemicals in it, and half-lives and stuff.
Oh, it's new. It's radioactive.
Somewhat, maybe. No, actually, my mom put too much in my hair one time and turned it a little green.
You should probably, you should just buy hair color then.
No, the chemicals are very active in it. But yeah, so I brought the new one now that they have in 2015, and it's a different formula. So
that's what I'm saying. You go too long without buying a product and it changes on you.
Yeah.
I really like my dental floss, though. You got me thinking about it. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to stock up on that. I can get a lifetime supply probably for $20
I have coupons.
for the shampoo.
The dental floss.
Oh, okay. I've got to get a very specific kind though. It's got to be the Oral B, the strip stuff that so it'll fit between my teeth because my teeth are a little funny.
I know it's Oral B. Not sure about the.
Really, you got Oral B coupons? All right, we'll have to trade at some point. Okay.
What coupons do you have?
I mean we'll have to trade. You give me the coupons and I'll say thank you.
Exactly. That's okay.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know. I'm gonna have to find a dentist. Next time I go to the dentist, I'll have to ask them about that and see if they can approve or disapprove. I use mouthwash too, so I'm thinking whatever bacteria is growing on the dental floss, the mouthwash is gonna take care of it. The fluoride rinse.
I just started using mouthwash now because I didn't know, but like the mouthwash that like gives you like that mint and stuff. Like mouthwash already burns my mouth so bad. Like I will be tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not a punk that much, but like when they have like the mint like flavoring and stuff, like it's unbearable.
Well, guess
so
what? Guess what? I recently had a situation with mouthwash where I bought like I thought I was buying the mouthwash I had before, and it turns out the only mouthwash that is you can bear that tastes any good at all is got fluoride in it. All of the mouthwash, like in the supermarket where I shop, they've got this huge shelf. 90% of it has no fluoride. That's the stuff that tastes like crap. I don't know what they put in it. They're like they've got this nuclear plant. They got to get rid of the waste chemicals, so they put it in the mouthwash. That's what it tastes like. And I was like, but the last time I bought it, it didn't taste like this. And so I went and I bought another one. I'm like, oh, maybe I bought the other flavor. And like and then I go to the supermarket and I forget which one I bought at home. So I buy it again and I bought the same one as I bought before. And I'm like, So what I wound up doing, and finally I realized this didn't have any fluoride in it. So I bought the fluoride mouthwash. And there's a couple different brands. There's also a generic. You get the stuff with fluoride. Look at the ingredients of how much percent fluoride. Get the maximum percent you can get because there's two different values. Yeah, it's good for the teeth. You need it. And boom, tastes like something. It's reasonable. It's mint. Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, I just use like the original, so it doesn't really have a taste.
Hang on.
And it doesn't.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go get mine then. Oh my god, my body hurts. Run.
I'm back.
I am too. Okay.
And where's the active ingredients? Can you see that? Is that focusing?
Sodium fluoride, 0.05. Mine doesn't have fluoride in it.
Yeah, and for some reason the stuff.
But it tastes fine.
Oh.
Yeah, mine's is just like clear. It's not like green or anything like that.
Actually,
like it's like a kind of looks like pee, to be honest. But it's a little yellow tinted.
Huh.
And it's just called like original flavor. It doesn't taste like anything hardly.
And so that's not really doing anything for your teeth. The fluoride really helps your teeth. All that's going to do is kill bacteria, which is helpful, but the fluoride is even more helpful. The fluoride builds stronger. Don't swallow, though. It's not supposed. Now, check this out.
You're never supposed to swallow.
Check this out.
What? What is that?
It's got a little tube, and you squeeze it, and it goes up, and it fills the cup on the top. so it's measuring out how much. So instead of pouring it into a cup, the cup's built in, and you just go bloop, drink it. I'm not going to drink it right now because I don't have anything to. See?
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, the act. And so I got the name brand stuff, which is more expensive. Then I got the generic stuff, and what I'm gonna do is try to figure out a way to refill the name brand with the generic stuff, because the generic stuff doesn't have the cup, and I really like the magic cup. oh crap. There we go.
So is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Okay, dental floss. You can save a lot of money by reusing dental floss. Just like if you have more than one family member, obviously you'd want maybe to keep them separate, because you don't want to be mixing in. Kind of like when you're cleaning out your ears, you don't want to use the same Q-tip on both sides, because you want to keep the bacteria separate, because you might have one species of bacteria over here, another species over there, and you don't know how they're going to get along if you. Yeah, so, yeah, that's all. Mouthwash, fluoride.
Now you make me want to clean out my ears.
Well, not on the video. Some people might be offended by that. I'm just trying to be sensitive to people. We might have people tuning in from other countries or something, What was I going to say?
That's acceptable in America.
Yeah, just because it's acceptable to clean your ears in public in this country doesn't mean, it's not going to offend somebody in, I don't know, South America or Vietnam or wherever. Read the book. I'm going to read chapter 4, and I'll get back to you on that, and we'll get you all straight as far as computers and yeah.
So much confidence.
Oh yeah, I'm very good at explaining things. Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming I can understand them. So
exactly. So much confidence.
Well, I'm so retarded that I have to put so much effort into understanding things that I really understand them by the time I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll read the whole chapter again, and we'll come back together when right. You think.
When are you available next? Like a week from now, or? We're gonna have to set you up a deadline so you feel stress. Then you can practice. Then you can practice your
so funny.
Your meditation breathing.
But that'd be a deadline for you as well. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Deadlines.
Such an ominous word, deadline. Like.
That is kind of like.
Why don't we just call it murder line? Shit. Anyway. All right. Well, I better go. Video is at what's the video at? I don't know how long it's been recording for. Oh, it's been recording for 43 minutes. We'll see if Bandicam didn't screw it up this time.
Talking that long?
What? Oh, yeah, we have been. That's crazy.
It doesn't even.
That's from after your mom got off the video, because we were talking with your mom for like 20 minutes before that.
No, we've been talking for 2 hours.
Oh my god. So just this part of the video has been 43 minutes. So we must have talked with your mom for like an hour or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you've so basically I'm responsible for you failing at school then, because you haven't been doing your homework during this time.
You're so funny. I haven't started school yet.
Right, but I mean, you got to prepare. You got to read books. You got to yeah. What are you doing with your life then if you're not in school?
Living. Well, I have the chance. The summer sessions are only 8 weeks long. I go to school 3 days a week. For hours.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get on you about personal responsibility in another video, because this one's running pretty long, and I want to keep my videos to like 10 minutes ideally, because the average American viewer will only have an attention span of 10 minutes at the most. So we've lost all of my audience by now. Nobody's watching at this point.
Well, I mean, you could chop it up.
Yeah, I don't have the video editing working yet. I have to figure out how to do that. Hey, what? That's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort, and I'm lazy. Okay, so it was nice talking. I better get going though.
Okay. Bye, Elliot.
Bye bye.